the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always. This is your brother, Taalik Ibn'rad, and welcome once again to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth. I'm not a major fan of the racist Caucasian influenced media, because in many cases they have an agenda. They report some things perhaps true, but because they are biased, then they mix truth with falsehood. But something I feel is probably true is that they report that in America there are more women or females dying from attempting to have a child. This has increased over the years. This report also will be ignored by the women of America, because the idea of death trying to bear a child does not faze them, because the activity involved in getting pregnant is much more fun. We treat bringing life into the world as though it's a joke. How can you ever say to a child that they were a mistake? But you're here now, so I'm going to take care of you and all that kind of good stuff. I'm going to attempt to be a parent, but you're a mistake. But I want to talk to the women. See, for a man don't have to have a child. A man will take his penis and he'll enjoy the pleasure of your vagina. Bang, 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 bang. Ooh, baby, that's good, and all like that. He only knows the joy and the pleasure in the act of baby making. So childbirth is, there's never been a man that died from trying to have a baby. And see, this is what I don't understand about females. This is what I don't understand about women. When you get pregnant, and believe me, this is a joyous time, because that's your nature, to bring life into the world. It's a wonderful time. Don't get me wrong. It should be a wonderful moment to you. But attempting to have a child can also bring you great suffering. It can bring you death. And this is something that the teenage girls and the young ladies are not taught. They just think because majority of the time, y'all make it. You get pregnant, you have these babies. But we don't talk about the many women who don't make it. So when you decide to have a baby, when you decide I want to be a mother, you're also saying I'm willing to risk my life to bring life into the world. So you need to take this thing very serious. But many of y'all, this is what I don't understand. Since childbirth or bringing a baby into the world, you're actually risking your life. In fact, I heard a minister say that a woman trying to bring a baby into the world is the closest to death that you can come without actually dying. Woo! So, if this is true, if this is true, why are we laying up not with some of the best men that you can find, but with some of the worst men? Because if I was a woman and I know that giving birth to a child, I'm actually risking my life in order to do this, then at least, if I'm going to carry this man's seed, at least he should be worthy of me risking my life. This is why, for the male to protect this woman should be nothing to you, because if she is risking her life, sacrificing her life in order to bring into the world your seed, then as a male, you should also have no problem if a bullet was going towards this woman, then you should have no problem stepping in front of that bullet so that you can save her life if she is willing to risk our lives in order to bring us into the world. Because the only way there can be more males in the world, the only way it can be more black people in the world, the only way it can be more white people or Native Americans or Asians, is that we must go through the womb of our women in order for them to bring. So the woman is your greatest asset, whether you like it or not. Without her, you are no more. If these women decide, I ain't having no more babies for you, and you couldn't force her to do that, let's see how long the great man will exist. You're not going to last too long. You'll go out of existence. That's a fact. But I want to say this to women. See, me, myself, I just couldn't do it. There is no sex. There's no pleasure. There's not enough loneliness where I just got to have somebody and they can just use me. I'm sacrificing my life, risking my life, bringing into the world some idiot man's baby. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I'd rather be by myself and alone forever. You heard the old saying, it's better to be by yourself than in the company of a fool. And look at YouTube. All the women that have been mistreated by men and abused and exploited and all these different things, they was in love, and the only thing the man wanted was their underwear. Because you could not wait. You could not wait and examine and investigate and put that man to the test. What's wrong with putting that man to the test to see what he's about? You're risking your life to bring his baby into the world, to bring him again into the world. You want to bring another one of these things into the world? You should want to try to bring and reproduce the best that's available, not the worst. And then y'all sacrifice. And so now you laying up 4, 5 children by yourself, risking your life 4, 5 times. And when it's all said and done, you're alone because you didn't take the time to investigate and test. Even female animals test their mate because they want the best that their species can produce, not the worst. Because if I'm going to sacrifice my life, if I'm going to care for these babies, hold this life in my body for 9 months, I want the best. Y'all understand? Jot down your comments. You know the time is out. Jot down your comments. This was and is the Reality's Temple